Okay, hello everyone, Clarke Towson here. I'm the CEO of INTJ Billing. I've got a couple more collages to show you this morning. So let's start with this one. On the left here, what you see is a collage of images that I've created based on a Freedom of Information request with Melbourne Water. So what we have here is we have the Schutts Estate main drain in 1968, and you can see this these annotations here because it was hand drawn in 1968, and you can see annotations around here and here and down here. What I've done is I've overlaid onto that 1968 image the alignment of Schutts Estate main drain. That's a diagram that, again, I obtained under Freedom of Information from Melbourne Water. And that image, you can see, here's the green line here of the drain that runs through Schutts Estate. And over the top of that, I've overlaid the 7 Cullen Court legal point of discharge. Okay. So the legal point of discharge document I obtained from Hobsons Bay Council, and then I've overlaid a Google Earth map. It's a top-down view where you can see 7 Cullen Court here, 16 Cullen Court here, Schutts Estate, made up of 641 Melbourne Road here and 637 Melbourne Road here. All right, so let's go through this. This reconstruction that I've created here points to an SBO polygon misalignment at 7 Cullen Court. So a modelling error, basically. What you'll notice with this image is that 7 Cullen Court, which is here, all right, does not drain to MH003. So MH003 is our problematic node, which is the cause of all the flooding outside 637 Melbourne Road. Okay, so you can see here's 7 Cullen Court. Here's our legal point of discharge, which drains to here. Right, the pink circles are council drains. Okay, so these are the council drains. One outside 7 Cullen Court, or pretty much on the border of 7 Cullen Court and 9 Cullen Court. Remember, that's the 4 units next door. We've got a council drain outside 16 Cullen Court, and we've got another one at the side of 16 Cullen Court. Then we've got one towards the end of 7 Cullen Court. This is just inside the fence line of the Department of Transport's property at 641 Melbourne Road, and we've got a second drain over here. Okay, here's our Towson 2 zone block drain. Okay, so this is an important collage, and what you can see here, the important part to note is that the drainage from 7 Cullen Court, okay, ultimately drains or discharges into the downstream section of the Schutts Estate main drain, completely bypassing our problematic node here at 641 Melbourne Road that's responsible for all the flooding, right? So 7 Cullen Court, because it drains to here, it completely bypasses our problematic node, MH003. Okay, so this arrow here points to the 7 Cullen Court elevation crest. Remember, we have our driveway lip out the front of 7 Cullen Court, our hydraulic control point, which prevents inflow from the road. Okay, remember, here's our 7 Cullen Court. Here's our bowl, the cul-de-sac of 7 Cullen Court. Okay, remember, our driveway gradient is between 0.8 to 1 degree, the fall of that, which is towards the road, towards the Cullen Court bowl. Okay, so our 7 Cullen Court TRZ 2 zone front block, the pit is here. That's the pit with 330mm pipe. The Hobsons Bay legal point of discharge, as you can see, we've got this line here, okay, and here, I'm considering getting the legal point of discharge for 16 Cullen Court as well. What that would tell me, I can only assume it at this stage, but I think I'd be pretty close to correct that their legal point of discharge is either at the front here or possibly at the back somewhere here. But that would give me more information about this line of drain, because the only section that we're missing is just this small section here. Okay, so I'm inferring, based on everything I know, all the documents sent to me by Melbourne Water under FOI, that our underground drain drains straight into this section here, this circle here, right? The most important part, as I said, we bypass the problematic node responsible for the flooding at 637 Melbourne Road, and we're actually very close to this node here. This is MH002. Now, remember, I've got a Freedom of Information request open with VIDA, that's the Victorian Infrastructure Delivery Authority, for details of the Westgate Tunnel as-built construction plans for the drainage in this area here. I want to know, have there been any upgrades to this particular area that I'm not aware of, that Melbourne Water hasn't sent me under FOI? So I'm still waiting to hear back from VIDA on that. I'm assuming, I'm inferring that the Westgate Tunnel has made significant upgrades, which almost certainly affects these two sections of drain, because we know that this section here, I've taken photographs outside here, and we've got a whole lot of new infrastructure in this section. And of course, we've got the Westgate Freeway embankment over here, which has been upgraded, where there's a new retaining wall, and there's 4 new drains across here to the left. All right, and to the far left, as you can see here, this line, this handwritten line from the 1968 image, refers to the creek, Stony Creek. Okay, and of course Stony Creek has had many upgrades since the Westgate Freeway went in. One need only go and have a look at Stony Creek to see just how significant the drainage infrastructure is. Okay, so hydrological summary. Schutts Estate main drain alignment is unchanged. So here's our drain alignment, the green line. Okay, remember this snakes through 641 and 637 Melbourne Road, through over here, and then down the avenue, up Mary Street. Okay, and around to Stevenson Street, where the railway line is. Okay, but the alignment of the drain hasn't changed, right, since 1929. MH003, remember that's our problematic node here. The flooding is upstream and unrelated to Cullen Court. All right, there's been no historical, modern or FOI evidence shown that shows any kind of connection. So my question is, did the SBO polygon incorrectly attribute 7 Cullen Court to the MH003 catchment? And that's a question that Melbourne Water can answer for me, but one can infer from this collage that the polygon is incorrect. Okay, because it's quite obvious. Here's 7 Cullen Court. Water flows downhill. We've got our easement line here. We've got the easement line that runs from 12 Lefevre Street through 7 Cullen Court underground to the TRZ2 zone block. One can infer that both of these, the legal point of discharge and the TRZ2 zone block, ultimately runs through into the council drains through this line here and to this section here, bypassing our problematic node. Okay, but you can see from this that 7 Cullen Court, the hydraulic separation is clear and absolute, right? Now remember the 7 Cullen Court, or the Cullen Court optical illusion. Remember our image from previous presentation, where we've got the cadastral survey of 7 Cullen Court, and we can see here's the council nature strip here, the council section of the driveway, the council section of the nature strip here, and the nuisance ponding in the Cullen Court bowl. So remember the Cullen Court optical illusion, and that all flood behaviour, so nuisance ponding, occurs outside the tidal boundary. Okay, water can't flow uphill over this section of council verge to make it to the TRZ2 zone block. Cannot flow uphill up the garage. Okay, because remember we've got our 0.8 to 1 degree fall towards the road. Okay, so the SBO over 7 Cullen Court is not hydrologically valid. So let's. I've got one more graphic here. So what I've done here is I've taken the collage. Okay, I've taken our collage here on the left, and then I've taken the SBO. Okay, the SBO. So here's our blue polygon. Now I've turned this graphic to the side so that it looks and lines up with this. I would have put this one over the top of this one, but it was too much information for one collage. Okay, but looking at this, just remember we've got the 7 Cullen Court hydrological optical illusion. Remember the green nature strip. Okay, the green nature strip from council here. Here's our TRZ2 zone block. Green nature strip here. We've got a section of the driveway. These are not on tidal. Okay, here's 7 Cullen Court. You can see that the polygon extends over 7 Cullen Court and part of 9 Cullen Court as well. Okay, here's our here's our Cullen Court bowl, which is here. Okay. Remember the driveway invert of 7 Cullen Court is higher than the road bowl. Okay. Remember we've got the 30mm lip on the driveway. Driveway acting as a barrier, and the house is not hydraulically connected to the cul-de-sac low point. Okay, cul-de-sac low point, Cullen Court, the road section. Okay. So I just thought I'd show you this image because it's obvious that this polygon is incorrect. And of course, in this section here, we've got the new Westgate Freeway noise wall, which is concrete. Okay, so it's impervious to water flow, so water can't get through here, get through from the Westgate embankment or through from the embankment over here to hit this section here. Okay. Then of course we've got the Westgate tunnel upgrades, which is just more to the left over here, where we've got the retaining wall. I've highlighted here in red, that's this node here, which one can infer that 7 Cullen Court drains through to, bypassing our problematic node. So you can see that that the SBO is incorrect and needs to be updated. But yeah, I just wanted to go through these collages with you this morning, and I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. And all the best, everyone. I'm Clarke Towson, CEO of INTJ Billing.